Hello race fans, Keith Collentine here. How much money do Formula One teams win? Formula One management doesn't make this information public. However, race fans can reveal how much money each team expects to receive from FOM in 2019. First, let's clear up a few common points of confusion about F1's prize money. The team's share of F1's 2019 income is based on where they finished in the 2018 championship. Obviously, at the moment, FOM can only estimate how much money they're going to make this year. Therefore, there's likely to be adjustments to these figures when their final income is known. The team's income is basically broken down into three parts. Column 1, which is the same for all 10 teams, Column 2, which is based on their championship finishing positions, and then there's the controversial extra payments, which only some teams receive. Okay, enough preamble. Here's how much money each F1 team will earn in 2019. Bottom of the prize money pile is Toro Rosso. They didn't come last in last year's championship, but they are last when it comes to prize money payments, raking in $52 million in 2019. As we'll see, that's less than a quarter of what the top team will make. Ninth in the prize money ranking is Sauber, now Alfa Romeo, which made $56 million. That's actually a considerable improvement for them over 2018, rising by around $21 million thanks to their slightly better position in the Constructors' Championship. Racing Point's share of F1's prize money has been a matter of dispute. Officially, last year the team re-entered the championship under a new identity after Force India went into administration. Because of that, one of their rivals, Haas, has questioned whether they're entitled to the full share of prize money that they're being given. As it is, Racing Point will receive $59 million based on their performance last year. The team which receives the 7th highest share of F1's prize money for 2019 is the team which finished last in the championship last year, that being Williams. That's because they're the first team we've covered so far which receives one of F1's bonus prize money payments. So they get the same $35 million that everyone gets under Column 1, they get $15 million under Column 2, the smallest share because they finished last in last year's championship, but they're entitled to an extra $10 million payment every year, which means they get a total of $60 million, more than 3 of the teams that they finished behind last year. After achieving their best ever Constructors' Championship finishing position of 5th last year, Haas's share of F1's prize money has grown, bringing in $70 million, up by $32 million compared to the year before. Renault's share of F1's prize money has also grown, up to $73 million this year, a rise of $17.7 million over the year before, thanks to them finishing 4th in the championship, the best since they returned to F1 as a works team 3 years ago. And although 2018 was a disappointment in many respects for McLaren, they did improve their Constructors' Championship position from 9th to 6th, and as a result of that, have brought in quite a bit more prize money. They'll bring in $100 million, an increase of almost a quarter. Having finished 3rd in the championship, Red Bull's Column 1 and Column 2 payments would add up to $81 million. However, once their 2 extra bonus payments have been added on as well, their total is nearly double that, at $152 million. Mercedes get much the same extra bonus payments as Red Bull, but it's still not enough to lift them to the top spot in the prize money table, despite the fact that they won the Constructors' Championship for the 5th year in a row last year. Even so, I'm sure they're not complaining about raking in $177 million. But there's no surprise which team's at the top of the prize money table. Ferrari's unique, long-standing team payment is worth more on its own than the total payments made to half of the other teams on the grid, at $73 million. On top of that, they also get a Constructors' Championship bonus, as do Mercedes, Red Bull and McLaren, and they get their standard payments as well. It all adds up to a total payment of a whopping $205 million. More than a 5th of F1's prize money pot goes to one of its 10 teams. For more insight into the inner workings of Formula One during 2019, make sure you follow us on @racefans.net and hit subscribe on YouTube.